College in Waltham, Massachusetts. It's the ECAC Game of the Week on Nesson. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Tranchmontaigne, along with Dave Long, and we've got a great Division II matchup for you tonight, the Bentley Falcons against the Pioneers from Sacred Heart. Dave, Bentley, 25 straight wins, 32 consecutive regular season wins. They've got a lot on the line tonight.
Well, that is the longest winning streak in the entire nation, more than Lincoln, Nebraska, Tallahassee, Florida, any place else, central of Iowa. 25 games, tremendous program here at Bentley. They've just been in Division II for 6 years. So it's a tremendous program. I think it gives them, obviously, a great deal of confidence. I think it plays more in the mind of the team coming in here. Number one, it gives them energy because they come in and they want to be the team that knocks off Bentley and ends the winning streak. On the other side, I think when a big play comes up, it enters the back of players' minds. No matter what they say, they're wondering if they can do it against the best. So I think that's a big factor today.
It's been raining here for several days. It's drizzling as we speak. We're on natural turf, so we've got some wet field conditions.
And I think that favors the offense, particularly in the beginning of the ball game. I think you've got two very good quarterbacks who can pass the ball. Mike Rimson's got 35 touchdown passes in career, preseason All-America. He can get the ball down the field. And when you've got receivers have the advantage. The defensive backs have to plant and move. They don't know where they're going. So I would like to see some quick scores early, get a lead, and then hold on to the ball in the second half. Both teams have to do a good job of running the ball. The backfield of Sacred Heart has guys who both of them are averaging 7 yards a carry, and Bentley as well. Ed Mazzucchelli averages 5.5 yards a carry, so they can move the ball. So I see passing in the first half, running in the second half.
The Bentley Falcons are 4-0. The Sacred Heart Pioneers are 2-1. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
The ECAC Game of the Week is brought to you by the Chevy dealers in New England. Start where more people end up. And by the Spalding Top Flight J5V, the offensive weapon.
For over 50 years, the Eastern College Athletic Conference has assured its membership of the highest level of organization and competition in collegiate athletics. The ECAC is the largest athletic conference in the NCAA, representing about 25% of its members. Comprised of 256 colleges and universities, encompassing Divisions 1, 2, and 3, the ECAC is a conference of conferences, including the Ivy League, the Big East, the East Coast Conference, and numerous other conferences in all divisions.
And we're set for action here at the Bentley Athletic Field in Waltham, Massachusetts. The Falcons and the Pioneers. Bentley Falcons in their home blue with white letters, and Pioneers from Sacred Heart in white tonight with red lettering, and Falcons will start with the football.
You're going to have Joe Cerami back there. There is number 33, best all-purpose runner, over 110 yards a game for the Falcons. Broke his thumb, though, in the last play of the ball game last week. He's moved out of the Z-back slot because he's having trouble catching the ball, so we'll have to watch this on the kickoff to see if that hampers him there as well.
Kick is away, and Cerami from inside his 5. Looking right up the middle, he's got room. Here's Cerami, midfield. He may go all the way. Just caught outside the 10-yard line.
Right all the way. Had a great job of blocking right around the 25-yard line. They just parted everybody, pushed all the Sacred Heart guys to the outside part of the field, opened up a big funnel, and he just bolted right through it.
Joe Cerami started just inside his 5, and he wasn't taken down until just outside the 15-yard line.
Good job of staying with it on the part of the Pioneers. Looked like once he got to about the 40, he was going all the way, but they had the angle on him and dragged him down around the 15.
First and 10 Falcons. Mike Grimshaw is the quarterback out of Newburyport, Massachusetts. Loose football. Who's got it?
I think they're going to give it to Bentley. I think he's going to say it was down, ground caused the fumble, and I guess not.
Going to Sacred Heart, the fumble for John Ferguson. Let's take a look.
Just going right off the right guard, just power stuff coming out of the eye, and he just bumps into his own guy. No, underneath the pile. Nice job, Sacred Heart. Who was it? Dennis Charette just hit his hat right on the ball, knocked it out of his hand.
What a giveaway after such a tremendous kickoff return. Pioneers dodge a bullet. They've got the ball now, first and 10, from the 17-yard line. Here's a look at the Pioneer offense. Binding, center is Anthony, Cripps, Cherry, Dombrowski.
Let's go, Bull! Get it on, Back it
And
up.
Warman was the man who just carried on first down. The big tailback, Alfeld, Chris Kelly, a pretty able quarterback. He's got 5 touchdowns and also 5 interceptions. He's not afraid to throw the ball.
Very versatile offense with a lot of weapons.
Falcons on defense. Nasser, New, Donnelly, and Abbott. Dieterding leading the team in tackles. Fleming, Mahoney, O'Connor, Oates, Patton, and Monkowitz.
They'll flip-flop the linebackers. Take Dieterding, put him on the strong side throughout the course of the game over the tight end.
3rd and 9. Kelly to the air. A wobbler. Intercepted. Ball was intercepted at the 30. Touchdown, Bentley on the interception for Jake Oates.
Well, it's turned out to be a pretty interesting game right off the bat. I'm not sure exactly. It looked like it was, they tried to fake the screen coming to the near side of the field where we are, and they only had one player out in the pattern. Bentley was in his zone. There were 3 blue shirts where the area where he threw the ball, and it was way short of where the receiver was. Might have slipped out of his hand, but wasn't a good idea to throw it. Anyway, here it is. You know, they've got everything coming right at us to make it look like a screen. Look at this. There's blue shirts all over the place, and way short.
2-point conversion is indeed converted. Andy Abbott.
That is the Bentley specialty. They didn't have a chance to say what they like to do. They have all kinds of crazy formations, like to go on the two-point conversion, see if they can pick it up and create all kinds of unfamiliar positions for players.
Illegal motion against the Falcons will nullify that.
And that is something that you're going to see a lot. As they say, they'll spread the field. They'll just put the center and a quarterback over the ball and spread everybody to either side of the field and confusing everybody, not knowing what to do.
So now they'll attempt the 1 point. The kicker is Steve Patton. Local boy right out of Waltham.
Been an eventful game so far. 2 minutes into it.
Snap is bad. They're going to have to go for it. Nothing doing. Pioneers snuff out the holder, Mike Mason. We're less than 2 minutes into this one. It's been wild and crazy already. 6-0 Falcons.
When you're making important decisions about your future, listen to what the experts have to say.
Coming from Bentley, you cannot be technology illiterate.
You are expected to use your computer for almost all of your classes.
They prepared me for the technical world.
Bentley College, Waltham, Massachusetts. Undergraduate, graduate, and continuing education programs. Call 1-800-5-BENT-LEY.
U.S. Air is the official airline of the ECAC. U.S. Air begins with you.
So a 33-yard interception and return for a touchdown for Jake Oates. Falcons on top early. And Patton is kicking away. The return man is Marwicka, and he's going nowhere.
First guy there, Gabe Perez, stayed in his lane, just came down. Marwicka had to wait for the ball to come to him as it landed a little bit short. And Perez puts him away. Nice job on the special team. Has been a trouble spot for the Pioneers during the course of the season, both in terms of return yardage and particularly in the case of covering it on their defensive end, which we saw as evidenced by the return of the opening kickoff by Sarami.
Ball on the 17, first down for the Pioneers. Big tackle up at the 18-yard line on the handoff and the run by Scott Warman.
Dieterding stepped into this area. They tried to clear it out. They had pushed the cornerbacks to the sideline, but Dieterding stepped into the gap exactly where he's supposed to be and put the big hit on Marwicka. I checked that Warman, I believe.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 19.
Bentley plays the 4-3-4 standard pro setup.
Falcons swarming to the ball.
And as you may guess, these guys can play defense when you win 25 games in a row. Offense is nice, and you can overpower people sometimes with offense, but the most consistent factor in football, in any sport, is their ability to play defense, and these guys can do it. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback in passing situations. As we are in now, they've got 11 sacks on the season already.
Brian Elfeld lost a yard on that carry. He averages 7.5. Kelly going back to the air, swinging it out to the sideline, incomplete.
Nice job of the pattern, though. They had opened up the area by sending wide receiver deep, and they ran in somebody underneath that pattern. He was open. They just couldn't connect.
Kip is punting away, and the return man is Colin Arsenault. Kip back at his 2-yard line. And Arsenault at the 50.
The movement, I think, on the outside.
Pretty good punt. Arsenault right at midfield. Spins away and gets up to about the 46. We got a flag. Could be a late hit.
Yeah, Vern Cox just came in there late. I don't know if he lost his footing or not. Those are dangerous plays. Arsenault had the ball, and when you've got to catch it with people coming down, the ball's a little bit slippery and your feet are slippery. I think that's one of the most dangerous areas on the wet field of punt return. Here's old Colin.
So that will add to the already excellent field position for the Falcons. And they'll start 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Remember, I said, Scott, early on, the big thing, not that they did it with their passing game, but in a field like this, you get the early lead, put the pressure on the other team, make it tough for them. It's going to be tougher to throw in the second half and have to come back from a big lead. So they got an intercepted defense, got a touchdown. Now they've got great field position off the punt.
Ed Mazzucchelli on 1st down. Got about 2 yards. Out of Stoughton. Mazzucchelli in the backfield with John Ferguson. Ferguson has 6 touchdowns. Grimshaw on the option. And Mazzucchelli just turns the corner. Pickup of about 3.
Set up probably about a 3rd and about 4, maybe 5. And they've got the options. Grimshaw, as we had talked about, has the ability to throw the ball. He's a transfer out of Colgate, undefeated as a player, as a starter.
How about that? 20-0 with the Falcons.
See, to me, that's what you look for. I mean, people can have great arms, people can have speed, quickness, but there's no substitute for a guy who knows how to win and get the job done.
A little bit of pressure, dumps it away, and Incomplete.
That baby was sniffed out right from the start. Nice job on the part of that whole left side of the defensive line on the part of Sacred Heart. Rene Sanchez was the guy who had gotten around the inside of that line.
35 career touchdown passes, 6 of those coming thus far in the first 4 games this year. He's only thrown 2 interceptions. 4 down territory, Dave?
Yes, absolutely. And this team is like 11 for 16 on 4th down conversions. They are very effective in this area.
Looking downfield, Rimshaw overthrew Mazzucchelli.
That was one of those that would have had to have been perfect, absolutely perfect. Cello, the linebacker, was right there, cut off the short pass. They couldn't throw it on the line. He had to dump it over the front line, and that was a touch pass, just didn't come off.
Go back to the Pioneers on downs. They've had a little bit of trouble getting out of their end. They, on the first offensive series, threw the interception, which was returned for the touchdown, and it was 3 downs and out. With their last crack at it. Coming out of the backfield was Mark Wicca.
Nice job, a little bit of an in-motion kind of a play. I like that play, especially as it changes direction. Looked like he was going to come in motion. Then the play on the early snap count, he took the handoff as he circled back around. But the right-hand side of that defensive line stayed home and gave him absolutely nowhere to go.
Mark Wicca on the season has rushed 11 times for 60 yards, about 5.5 per carry.
Versatile guy, Mr. Marwicka. Runs the ball. Very big, deep threat. 18.5, almost 19 yards a catch he's averaging.
Alfeld, he's taken down for no gain.
Good start for the Bentley defense. As I said in the open, these 2 guys average over 7 yards a carry. Both of those guys are a threat to go all the way. Alfeld has a 90-yard run to his credit, and Warman has a 56-yarder to his credit. So these guys not picking up a lot of yards on the ground. So that's a testament to the Falcons, but it also, I think it means that they're a threat on each and every play, so they've got to stay on their toes.
3rd and 9. Mark Wicca in motion. Kelly looking across the middle, complete to Alfeld, but short of the first down.
In the zone that time, they had 7 people in the defensive coverage. Only 2 down linemen. They had linebackers, almost 6 linebackers in the ball game. But so they took what they were given, but no place to go after the catch.
Robert Kipp will punt for the second time. He averages 33.5 per kick. Colin Arsenault back at his 35.
Got the best of the last exchange.
Bad kick. It was hurried.
Hit. Jamie McKenna hit the kicker. No question about it. Kipp got the ball off, but a good 2 steps McKenna took and ran into him. Take a look at it again. No question about it. No argument at all. Just coming straight out of the right-hand side of your screen. On the sideline isolation. Not like it took a long time, and McKenna just was up in the air. He was committed by the time the kick went, and there was no place for him to land except on top of Kipp, which he did.
So the ball back to the Pioneers and an automatic first down. And the ball right at midfield. There's a look at the Bentley offense, which we will not see because on the roughing the kicker, back to Pioneers. Falcons doing a great job along that line of scrimmage, Dave.
Yes, they are. They, as I said in the last series, they've taken away the line of scrimmage and they've shut down 2 guys averaging over 7 yards a carry. So,
there's a look at the Pioneer defense.
You may get to see in the next series.
2nd down and a little bit longer 10 as Alfeld actually lost about a half yard. Mark Wicca in motion. Kelly looking to his side. Pass complete, but no gain whatsoever. O'Coin, it looks like.
A little bit of a delay coming out. Take a look at it on the defense. They send the receivers on the right-hand side of your screen deep, trying to draw the zone defense back and then slip or coin underneath as he comes out of the backfield. There he is, but Fleming is there to slow him up, and then here comes a tidal wave of blue on top of him. So good job on Fleming following his key and taking him out to the sideline.
Well, they lost another half yard, so now it's 3rd and a full 11 from their 49.
And this is where Bentley's dangerous. I mentioned they have 11 sacks on the season. They come after the quarterback with a fury.
Pioneers know that. They try to fool them with a run. Nothing doing.
Really had trouble running on them. And generally, again, the offense has a little bit of an advantage. They know when the snap is coming. They have that extra half count to get out there when the footing is bad, although the footing seems to be pretty good. We haven't seen any, I don't think we've seen anybody, I haven't seen anybody slip as yet.
Less than 9 minutes into this game, and Kip is already punting for the 3rd time. Colin Arsenault now back at his 15, so
7 people on the line of scrimmage.
Fair catch for Arsenault at his 18, 19-yard line. At least, though, that at least the Pioneers are starting to improve on the field position game.
And field position, you know, I harp away at this week after week about field position, but especially in a game where there probably are going to be a lot of turnovers, it's always to your advantage to be winning that battle of field position, because when the turnover comes, you may be close enough to your goal to punch it in with a short one. Arsenault, I want to say, is doing a great job on the special teams, calling a fair catch at the right time. He made the tough catch on that first one, had a nice little run, and have a big advance on the first punting situation for Bentley.
Not much there for John Ferguson. Junior running back out of Waltham, Massachusetts.
Got to be careful with the ball in this area of the field. Sacred Heart has dodged one bullet after they gave up the great field position a couple series ago inside their 30, and Bentley unable to come away. Well, actually, unable to come away with the score in the first series.
Rim shot a pass on 2nd down. Arsenault, did he catch it? Yes, he did.
That was a good catch, and that was a bullet. That was like never went above the numbers. It started at the numbers and came in at the numbers, and that shows you what Rimshaw's arm is like. Watch him as he goes by. No arc whatsoever. He just fires that down to the sideline right off of the break by Arsenault. And look at that nice sliding catch to keep the feet in bounds. Very nice job on the timing pattern. Also did a nice job of running right at the sticks. A lot of times we see people, they don't look for the sticks, they just go for the ball. And good presence of mind on the part of Arsenault.
First down now at the 30. Ferguson can't turn the corner.
Good job of the D. They just strung it out to the sideline. A lot of lateral movement on the part of the linebackers and the defensive linemen as they just rode him out to the sideline so everybody could catch up to Ferguson. And he goes down. Ferguson, as you can see, is a real major threat out of the backfield. 21. When was the last time you saw a halfback or tailback out of the backfield averaging 21 yards a catch?
2-yard loss, so 2nd and 12. Rimshot to the air. Arsenault can't pull it in, pass a little bit low.
I don't think Mike McFarland would have been able to handle that one either.
Oh.
Short hopped it. That looked like the ball might have slipped out of Rimshaw's hands. There is their 3rd down conversion. I mentioned it, their 4th down conversion is even better than that, but nearly 50% on 3rd down is very impressive.
3rd and 12. Draw play. Pioneers didn't bite.
I think that was Cerami. First time we've seen him handle the ball. Playing more running back today.
Ferguson.
Yeah, it was Ferguson, but there's Joe, but Ferguson was handling the ball, not the ex-Canadian, John Ferguson.
Mike Sampson now punting for the Falcons.
Joe Cerami, as we mentioned, has the broken thumb. He's a guy who handles the ball in a lot of different places on the field. Playing more tailback today, or at least slated to do that, away from the Z-back slot where he gets more passes.
That's the wobbler. Pioneers won't get their hands on it. Short punt down at the 45. We'll take a break here from Bentley College with the Falcons up by 6.
What happens when you mix NFL football with Nashville country music? You get NFL Outlaw Country, football like you've never heard before. Join Travis Tritt for one partying home video featuring the biggest stars of the NFL doing their thing to the hottest sounds in country.
What goes up must come down. Here comes storms that will come back around.
Don't miss this special TV offer. There are absolutely no magazines to buy and no clubs to join. Call and order Outlaw Country, where the NFL meets Nashville in one unforgettable home video. Only $19.95.
Use your credit card and call 1-800-468-3100 to order your NFL Outlaw Country video, where the NFL meets Nashville. Only $19.95 plus shipping. This is a special TV offer. Call now 1-800-468-3100.
Fuller Motorhome Rentals of Boylston, Massachusetts features year-round rentals of quality motorhome units that can accommodate 4 to 8 people or transport up to 12. A motorhome from Fuller is perfect for your next hunting, fishing, or golf excursion, or even a chauffeur-driven ride to a family function. So, whether you're planning a 4-day race weekend or an 8-week cross-country trip, reserve a dependable unit from Fuller Motorhome. Take exit 23B off I-290 in Boylston, Massachusetts.
3-yard pickup for Mark Wicca on first down for the Pioneers. He's got to tip the cap to Sacred Heart's persistence here. They're going to try as they might to establish a running game.
Well, when you got the kind of running game they have, it's not something that you just go away from. It's just a matter of getting yourself a little bit more in sync, finding the plays that work.
Option play snuffed out. Great lateral pursuit for the Falcons.
Yeah, they just have a lot of agility on the defensive line. Also, the linebackers, once again, Fleming in on the play, and it just shows his ability to run down the sideline along parallel to the line of scrimmage and not let a guy who's running full speed and going in that direction to beat him to the spot. So, you know, some people like real big size in the defense. Others like the quickness and agile type defense that Bentley has. I'm the one. I favor that because I think speed makes up for a lot.
3rd and 6. Pioneers don't have a first down yet. This is their 4th offensive series. Got one there. Mark Wicca takes a couple of hits and stumbles to the turf inside the 30.
I'll tell you, Kelly took a couple of hits too. The blitz was coming, and he got banged. Just got rid of the ball. Watch the pass on the part of Kelly. He's about to get nailed by Monkowitz from behind, and he just delivers a ball. Tackle can't be made by Patton, and Mark Wicca takes it up inside the 30.
With 2:05 to play, first down now for the Pioneers at the 29.
Cliche of the day, game of inches. Quick
handoff to Alfeld. A better gain there, picked up about 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, that was just a real quick hitter. That's the average for Alfeld. He's going to need a couple of 30-yarders to bring that average back, but nice drive off the line, opened it right over the top of the center. And a lot of running room there. Alfeld, who loses his balance going in after he hit the line of scrimmage.
Not enough for the first down. Warman on the carry. Pioneers close to the red zone now. And it has dried off a little bit out there. The mist has stopped.
Bentley tightens up the line. They've got 6 people on the line of scrimmage. Linebackers have moved up.
Big hole for Eilfeld. He's in. Touchdown from 22 yards out.
There's one of those runs that I said he's going to need to bring that average back to the norm. Just a nice job. Found a little hole on the left-hand side. Showed his quickness. And bolted once he got into the secondary. They had more people on the line of scrimmage. There's more room back there.
With 54 seconds to play in the first quarter, all of the sudden, the Pioneers face a situation where they can take the lead here if they knock it through.
Well, for the first time in 2 years, Bentley found themselves behind last week against Salve Regina. They had to come back with a couple of scores in the fourth period. And an extra point here, there, it makes it the second time in 3 years.
Lou Monaco knocks it through. We've got a flag on the field. It's against Bentley, so the point after will stand.
Here it is from the backfield. He just running left, looking, finds a hole, makes the cut. I mean, he just really wasn't that big a hole. It was just his quickness to the line of scrimmage that gets him open. Here it is along the line of scrimmage. Watch the surge right to the right of your screen. Not really a big hole. The one thing missing is the linebacker, who has been there in most situations early on in the ball game, and he, not sure where Fleming was that time. Usually he steps into that area, but Eilfeld found he wasn't there, and then he's got the quickness once he got into the secondary, just beat everybody, split the safeties.
There's Scott Relland, junior defensive back out of Marlborough, Massachusetts, back there with Joe Cerami. And Dennis Woostkamp will be kicking away.
From Holland, Pennsylvania. Sounds like he's from just plain Holland.
So Monaco takes the extra points. Woostkamp takes the kickoffs. Relland got to find the handle. He does so, looking to the outside. Never really got on track after his timing was thrown off.
Good job on the part of the Pioneers to keep their lanes. Usually something like that happens. Everybody breaks the lanes and runs straight for the ball. But they really, they didn't do that. They just came down like this big parallel line. Fuller is the guy who put the big hit on him. Once again, tough field position for Bentley.
They'll start on their 12. Keeping it on the ground, Ferguson.
They made a little bit in the defensive situation inside the 20. They went to the more people at the point of attack, 5 people down line. Actually, it was 6 people along the line of scrimmage. They moved the outside linebackers up, and the guys playing linebacker with the inside guys, anticipating that Bentley was going to run, doing it again.
Just a 1-yard pickup. Back to Ferguson. Flag in the middle of the field.
I've never seen one come in from that direction where it wasn't holding. If that's an offensive hole, which it looks like it is, it's going to put Bentley in a much tougher spot. Again, this is a turnover type of game, so dangerous position for Bentley. They got to hold on to the ball here. Of course, now you go play action and go deep. See if you can get the corners to bite on something. Of course, it's a long pattern. He's going to be thrown out of his end zone. So, got to be, if it's there on one guy, it's there. You throw something like that. If not, get rid of it and throw it out of bounds.
Well, Bentley lets the clock wind down. That's the end of the first quarter here from Waltham. 7-6, Pioneers on top.